This video we're going to fly through a CM build when it comes to FC24 clubs, or basically pro clubs essentially. So what we want to do here is go over a CM build. We'll go over different positions in future videos as well, but this is an exact starter build. Now people are doing starter builds at level 10, but that is not obviously a starter build. Now when it comes to CM position, what I actually really like here is obviously to be a good passer, and then also when it comes to leveling up your character a bit more, and once we've done that we will make future guides as well. You do also want to get like that kind of shooting attributes. Now when it comes to the weight and height and all these things, it's very important, especially to start off with, because this is what's going to determine how your player kind of actually plays whilst you don't have any skill points, which is going to be super important. So when it comes to height and weight, I think between 5'6", 5'7", and 5'8" is where you want to be. So you don't really want to change that too much, because you want to stay agile enough that you can kind of get back and defend, and obviously have good stamina and all these things as well. So just make sure you do have that. When it comes to weight, anything from 130 to about 148 or 45-ish is pretty decent. But I personally prefer about 136, 138. I think that's about the perfect amount. And then obviously the preferred foot is up to yourself. Now when it comes to play styles, what I personally have chosen here is incisive pass, which is just going to make your passes more accurate and just be delivered with more curve, precision, and travel faster to the destination, which is exactly what you want when you're a midfielder, especially if you're trying to feed strikers the ball. Obviously you can pick some of these other ones. Whip press would also be really good for like crossing the ball and things as well. Also defending, if you find yourself defending quite a lot, then obviously you could use the jockey one, also really good. But these are things that you probably want in the future once you've leveled up your character a bit more. Obviously you're going to get 6 different play styles to choose, and then also you get play styles plus as well. So like I said, you do want to make sure that you have some kind of passing attribute on there. That's what I would personally recommend for a midfielder. Now when it comes to the actual attributes and your skill points that you're going to have to spend, you get 10 skill points to spend straight away, and what I've actually put it on was power shot, and that's because the shot power in this game is not very high at all. It only takes 1 skill point to get this, so you might as well put a little bit extra on there. And then what I've actually done is put it on dribbling here. You want to make sure you can keep control of the ball and not lose it, and that is super important, especially if you're playing that midfield position, especially if you don't have any defenders in your team as well. That's going to be super important. So you definitely want to make sure you're able to keep a hold of the ball, not lose it, and that is why I've put it on dribbling here. Now obviously once we do get more skill points, and you do want to put it on one of the play styles and have the kind of dribbling attributes, but for now we've just put it as a skill tree. Defending and everything else is still pretty balanced anyway. You're not going to be amazing at defending straight away, but obviously you can get that in the future. But that is the build for CM. Let me know how it works out for you. I'll be making future content, and thank you very much for watching.